Aces in their opening round win against Binghamton. Scored on 21 consecutive serves at one point in that match. Brenner, oh, Gonzalez. Second good touch at this point. Hancock looking to Scott. Brenner, little off balance. I'll go back to Scott. There's a couple blockers waiting, and Ariel hits it over the top and out. Point Oregon. Hancock, the quick to Grant. Nice play by Jacob. And without a blocker up, Fisher sends it deep. The Oregon Ducks in their first appearance here in the national semifinals. Head coach Jim Moore and his assistant coach and wife Stacy Metro. Jim has a Division II title that he won when he was coaching at Northern Michigan, then moved down to Kansas State, rebuilt there, had some success at Texas, and now a rebuilding job at Oregon, culminating with this trip to the semis. You talked about Sonia Newcomb, that recruit that changed everything, and the seniors that year, Aaron Little, Kristen Bitter, and Heather Madison, that were the first group that bought into what Jim Moore was selling.
And they had a group of seniors when he came along that had, I think, 2 conference wins in their 3 years leading up to their senior year.
And now the Ducks full circle. Their best seed in tournament history coming in number 5. Their best Pac-12 finish. They placed second behind Stanford. Grant could swing in the middle.
You're not kidding. Grant's taking some very nice swings, and Hancock putting her in a perfect position. When you have a pass like that, you want to set your middles, your quick hitters once in a while, and spread the offense out.
Bergsma gonna serve. Courtney trying to get a swing. Point Oregon. As that just scooted right along the tape and never crossed. Good pass from McClendon. Slay couldn't put it down. Scott, the ricochet off of Jacob. Point Penn State.
Well, that's some range by Scott. That set was inside. It was off the net. That's very difficult for a right-hander to get any power on, especially down the line, and she did.
Plum trying to get to Bergsma. This is Courtney. Back row McClendon into the block of Williams. Point Oregon.
Well, this is what you want, one-on-one if you're Penn State. Nice move by Williams. She had to take a guess since she was all alone. Does it go to my left or my right?
Hancock scoring on the one ankle. Point Penn State. This is such a game of lateral movement, Coach. What's the biggest thing you would struggle with if you've got a bum ankle?
Well, first of all, it looks like it's not as strong as she would like it just jumping straight up, let alone laterally. She went away from her jump spin serve. Oh, my gosh. That's a play you don't see fall on a Penn State defense very often. Lauren Plum from off the net. Going with the surprise from 7 feet away. That should not fall.
Hancock. She's picking the left ankle right up off the floor when she jumps. The kill for Oregon.
Yeah, I think she's trying to keep it away from any more trouble. She is leery of landing on somebody's foot at the net.
Jacob serving. Slay into the block of Brenner.
And if you're Oregon, you've got to be happy with the way they were able to bend but not break and sneak out that second set. I think they're getting back to just playing, as Coach Moore said, aggressive volleyball. Forget if anybody's hurt or not hurt. Just make good choices and take good swings. Like that one.
Point Oregon. Brenner gets the kill. That's number 13 for Liz. They've scored 4 straight.
What a big night she had less than a week ago in the regional semis against BYU. 26 kills, matching her season high. Already halfway there in this match.
Oh, Pac-12 performer, the sophomore. They've got the 3 seniors in their lineup. Penn State does not have a senior in its main rotation. Fisher the pass to Plum. Bergsma, big swing for Oregon.
That sure was a big swing, but it helped that Micah Hancock was in the middle, blocking middle again. A little easier swing for her.
McClendon works the block, point Penn State. Elena Bergsma gets a lot of opportunities for Oregon. She takes about 10 swings per set on average as Hancock steps back to serve. Back to Bergsma again. A little twister on that.
Nice play by Grant to get the ball back for her team.
Fisher will have to set this one. Brenner into the double block. Right back to her. Bumped out to Scott. Bergsma off the block, but right to Gonzalez. Brenner ends it. Point Ducks.
Brenner, she took 2 other swings that rally. There was no space between the block, but she swung for it a 3rd time and got it right through the hole.
Scott responds with the kill. Well, Liz Brenner now with the double-double for Oregon. McClendon serving. Jacob ineffective on the pass.
And McClendon aced Jacob her last turn at serve. Surprise. Normally you want to keep your serve away from the libero, but McClendon's having some success at serving that play with a different color jersey on, the backcourt specialist.
Sends that one at Fisher, right back to Cat. Went cross court. Courtney was there. McClendon out of the back. Missed it wide. Let's check in with Maria.
Carter, you just talked about keeping the ball away from the libero. Jacob for Oregon. Well, I've heard a couple of times the serve actually being called to serve the libero or put it on Fisher.
Thank you, Maria. Scott, headshot off of Williams. Back to Scott. And only one blocker was up, and Scott beats it.
And that's something teams will do sometimes, is just purposefully serve the libero to get the other team that thinks, well, that's the last person you want to go at. It's almost like, why are you going at our strength? It's a way to try to get teams a little discombobulated. And Penn State's been using it a few times in this match.
Point for Fisher off the block for Oregon. Tied at 1. The Ducks are up here in the 3rd. Hancock looking to Scott. Williams got a piece of it. She'll slide behind and beats Courtney. (15-11). Oregon trying to go up a set on Penn State. Liz Brenner, 14 kills, 14 digs. The double-double girl leading the way for the Ducks. Back here in Louisville, the national semifinals. The winner to get Texas in the national championship match on Saturday night. Penn State winning the opener. Oregon winning the second after almost blowing a 10-point lead. And now the Ducks in front here in the third. They're in the green. Penn State in the blue and white. And the Big Ten Player of the Year, Ariel Scott, gets the kill.
And you can hear her calling out 5-5. That's the name for the set they run behind the setter. But I like the fact that she's letting her setter know, I'm ready. Every time you touch the ball, I'm ready to take a swing.
Scott now off the court for Penn State. Fisher gets the kill. 12 kills, 9 digs for Kat.
And that was a set that was just fast enough that Katie Slay couldn't get over and form a good block. But Slay makes up for it with her offense, hitting that slide behind the setter into the deep corner.
6'6" junior out of Raleigh. Katie Slay with another kill. And it's her fifth. Plum looks to Brenner. Missed it wide. Point Penn State. Big blocking advantage through the first couple of sets for Penn State. They've got the one block thus far in this set. And Bergsma from deep.
That's a nice option to have out of the backcourt. Watch the defenders for Penn State. You have 2 to the right and 1 to the left. And I think she's more of a hitter that you want to send the other way, that she hits it more away from her body, wrist away.
Hancock makes the only play available to her and gets the kill. And now Slade.